Uh, that's not a question. What got you interested in space and dinos? What got me interested in space? I have no idea. I've always been interested in space since I was young. Maybe perhaps when my uncle took me outside at night in Florida and he showed me stars with his telescope and tried to show me the planets, but I don't really remember seeing the planets very well. So maybe that. Dinosaurs. Who hasn't been interested in dinosaurs since they were a kid? By the way, Multi Rainbow Yoshi is the person who asked this question. Multi Rainbow Yoshi, weren't you interested in dinosaurs when you were a child? Didn't you dream of riding a T Rex and various dinosaurs, and Ankylosaurus and Pachycephalosaurus? Pachycephalosaurus? Yeah. So I loved dinos when I was a child. My grandmother actually paid an illustrator and children's book writer to write a story about me as a child. I don't know if it was like literally a book written and illustrated for me, or if it was like sort of a template with like my name and pictures of a child that looked similar to me like being placed in it. So basically what ended up happening was that this kid loved dinosaurs. His room was filled with dinosaur stuff and dinosaur pictures and all of that really cool stuff. And then man, the camera's really freaking out at the moment. I would appreciate it if you would stop camera, stop. He goes to sleep in his room with like his dinosaur blankets and his dinosaur toys, and he wakes up and it's the past, and he's probably in like the Cretaceous period based on the dinosaurs I remember seeing, and he like rides a lot of dinosaurs and stuff, and then he goes back to his own time and he grows up to become a paleontologist, I believe. It's been a long time since I've seen that book, but my grandmother was awesome. So yeah, that probably had a lot to do with it, as well as like going to. I remember the first time I went to a museum and saw dinosaur fossils, dinosaur bones. I was like, these things were freaking huge, and they were so cool. They had big teeth. Why would you not love dinosaurs? Dinosaurs are so cool. Beta Noir asks, why are there so many basketball courts around here? And I answer, because we're in a basketball playing area? Gaming Creeper GC asks, why were you in Korea and why are you so intrigued about Korea? Why am I in Korea? I'm in Korea because this is where I live. I came to Korea because I needed a job that was better than a job working in a general store or something like that, so I taught English here. But I discovered very quickly that I hate teaching English in public schools and private schools here in Korea because social hierarchies, I don't do very well with that. I have sort of a problem with authority figures who are less qualified and less intelligent than me telling me what to do, so I didn't really fit in with the work atmosphere in Korea. So I decided to just live here, and visa issues are sort of a problem. So, and it's sort of working out, but we'll see. Currently also taking the social integration program, as you guys may know, and learning Korean so that I can get a permanent residency visa. Fun times. Why did I choose Korea and not Japan? I learned Japanese when I was in university. Why did I not go to Japan? This is something I ask myself almost daily, in fact. And I don't know. I could have gone to Japan, but I already spoke Japanese, and I wanted to learn a new language. I wanted to go to a new country. And when I was young, I had a half Korean, half Caucasian friend who took me to his church. I don't go to church now, but when I was younger, his family went to church, and they invited me to go to church. And I thought it would be more interesting than going to my mother's church, because my mother's church was full of really old white people, and it was pretty boring. His church, on the other hand, they ate food every single Sunday, unlike my mother's church, where they ate food only one Sunday out of the month. They also had like judo tournaments, and there were lots of young people there, so it was pretty cool. So I went to that church, and that was really cool, and there were lots of Korean young people there, and I heard lots of older people speaking Korean, so I was sort of intrigued with Korean since I was a young child, but I didn't really start studying it until I finished university, so sort of a late interest in Korea and Korean, I guess, but that's okay, because I'm here now and everything's cool. Gaming Creeper GC also asks, how did you become so famous? I'm not really that famous. I am more famous, I think, than most people on YouTube, and I'm watching my rank go up as I like pass people who are getting subscribers slower than me. But all things considered, I'm not really that famous on YouTube. I can't just work for like 2 years and then retire like PewDiePie probably can. I don't know why he's still working. He undoubtedly has millions of dollars, so I don't know what he's doing. But yeah, I'm not that famous yet, but we're getting there with your help. Thank you. Moving on. Colormine Creations. I haven't seen you either in a while. Colormine, where are you? Let me know below in the comments. Colormine Creations asks, what got you interested in linguistics? Because linguistics is awesome. Particularly, I studied articulatory phonetics. Articulatory phonetics, for example, is the study of how the tongue fits in the mouth and what places in the mouth it touches while doing specific kinds of articulations with airflow, to discuss how to make sounds in various languages and how speakers of various languages make their sounds. This goes along with like dialects and lots of other stuff such as synchronic variation and diachronic variation, which, to explain that very quickly, synchronic variation is in one language at one time in various places, and perhaps even one place, how people pronounce things differently. There are variants of words and pronunciations, whereas diachronic variation means change in a language over time. So I studied phonology not only in terms of dialects, variation at the current moment, but how languages change over time. Totally awesome stuff. I love phonetics. I love sounds. Some of my favorite sounds, just because we're on video and this is the internet, are ejectives. Ejectives are sounds that are made by closing up your vocal tract and increasing subglottal pressure and then popping it. This is not the click sounds. The click sounds in Africa, by the way, are inhaling. These are exhaling sounds. So, for example, and are there any others I can do? These are exhaling sounds. My lips are really dry at the moment, so this doesn't work very well, but that's a bilabial ejective. That's an alveolar ejective, and a velar ejective is fun times. They are voiceless sounds, by the way. Voiced and voiceless is also fun. I could talk forever about the Korean phonological differences with English, but that's not... Let's talk about that another time. Those of you interested in linguistics, please send me an email at megneous@gmail.com. I will tell you all about phonology and phonetics. How many subscribers do you think you'll have by next year? I have absolutely no idea. I will have to check Social Blade to find out. Hopefully 50,000. I don't know yet. We'll see. Maybe more than that. I don't know. After you're done with Minecraft that was Eduardo Valdez, by the way. Saul Galvan, after you're done with Minecraft Dinosaurs, what else are you going to play in Minecraft? Thinking about Pixelmon and Galacticraft. We'll see if I can get Galacticraft to even work. I haven't tested Pixelmon yet. Which is the Pokemon mod of Minecraft, but I'm going to test that out, and maybe we'll do that. If you would like to see the Pokemon mod in Minecraft, please let me know below in the comments. I would very much appreciate that. Okay, and Eduardo Valdez asks some more questions. When will you stop making videos? When I can no longer make my living from making videos. That would probably be the best answer. As long as I'm making enough money to live off, I don't see any reason to stop. Assuming that you guys continue enjoying and continue watching and my view count doesn't bottom out, I'm pretty sure I will continue making videos for the rest of my career, I guess. Oh, interesting, huh? Until I die. Or retire, I guess, possibly. What did you want to be when you were a kid? I already answered that. How long have you taught? Brandon Weiss asks, how long have you taught? I taught a few classes in university in the United States, like low-level Japanese classes, and I also did private aid for the teacher. I was a teaching assistant for one of my computer science classes, as well as a teaching assistant for Japanese, and I feel like they're linguistics. I sort of like helped out a lot of students with linguistics, but that wasn't really an official teaching assistant sort of thing. But I did that first teaching. When I came to Korea, I've been teaching for like 1.5 years as a real like salaried teacher, and then about 6 months officially as like private tutoring, which isn't so much in an official capacity, but just me going to people's homes and tutoring their children. So that's not official, but much prefer that because I get to spend one-on-one time with a student. If they have problems, I can help them and answer them. And if they don't do their homework or don't study, I can get onto them, as opposed to when I have, 30 people in a class, I can't really give anyone individual attention. It's really sort of unfortunate that English classes in Korea are so terrible because my high school students couldn't speak English like almost at all, except for maybe like 5 or 6 students, whereas my private students that I teach, they start off not being able to speak English at all, and within like 4 months they're speaking English with me because I know how to teach English. But private and public schools don't allow me to teach English the way it needs to be taught, and there are too many students to give individual attention. So 4 months is not a realistic way and not a realistic expectation for public schools, but it is for private tutoring, and I like people advancing quickly, so I like private tutoring. When do you get on Minecraft? We're gonna skip that one. Deity Cord asks, who exactly is Mr. Swiggles? Be specific, please. A lot of people have asked who is Mr. Swiggles throughout the course of my YouTube career. Mr. Swiggles is nothing ridiculous like my life partner or my boyfriend, nothing like that. No. We're just friends. When my contract ended here in Korea, I also lost my apartment because here in Korea, English teachers are given an apartment as well as a contract for working. So your apartment isn't really yours, it belongs to your school. Really, they're paying for it, but it's included in your pay. It's included in your contract. So you live there, belongs to your school. When your school job ends, they take the apartment back and you have to get out. I didn't have another place to live here in this town, so Mr. Swiggles, I had just met him a week or two before. I was like, yo, dude, I'm gonna lose my apartment. Can I stay with you for a while? And he said, sure, I don't mind. So Mr. Swiggles is my friend who is my roommate, allowing me to live with him until I move out. Yep, that's about it. YOLO Games Met Remen asks, are you gay? The answer to this is no, I am not gay. I'm sorry. For any of you male viewers who maybe thought that you would seduce me and get me to speak my very glorious voice to you, unfortunately that's not really possible. Although to my female subscribers, it's probably not going to work out between us like that anyway, but yeah, I have lots of gay friends, and I'm very behind the whole gay movement, gay rights, gay marriage. I'm very, very much into that, but I myself am not homosexual, although I do love gay pride parades. They are like some of the most fun things I've done in my life. Really, really interesting people that you can meet there. Also having older gay men flirt with me is very, very flattering. It's hard to explain why it's more flattering than like older women flirting, but it's flattering nonetheless. So no, I am not homosexual, but there's nothing wrong with that because everyone is however they are, and people are all beautiful and amazing in their own unique ways. Will you do any more Minecraft mods? Already answered this. Do you know Pewdiepie? Lily Gorojovsky asks me. It sounds Russian. Lily, yes, I do know Pewdiepie. I personally don't subscribe to him because his Let's Play style is very different from what I enjoy. I enjoy more intellectual sort of style, more intellectual discussions. I enjoy learning about science when I watch Let's Plays and stuff like that, which is why I love Kurt J. Mac and why I'm subscribed to SciShow. I don't enjoy Let's Play so much that just continually yell curse words, so I don't watch Rooster Teeth or PewDiePie. I have no problem with cursing. As some of you know, I do occasionally curse in my videos, but I would like people to curse while also teaching me something about life or talking about something interesting. I don't find reaction videos very interesting for similar reasons. I prefer deeper content, not shallow content. But hey, that's just me. You guys can like whatever you want. If you love PewDiePie, go for it. PewDiePie is undoubtedly a very skilled YouTuber because he knows exactly what his audience wants and he gives it to them, and that's cool. But I want a slightly different kind of audience on my channel. What is your favorite game? Already asked that. Matt time, I guess you could say. Anything counts from first party random flash games. Okay, so Matt time, I'm going to answer this question talking about flash games because you mentioned flash games. I really enjoy Tower defense flash games, actually. Flash games, there are a few that I've played that I enjoy, but specifically tower defense games. I love tower defense games. The idea of like upgrading defense units is totally cool. Dungeon Defenders is another game that I really enjoy. I should have gotten some water before I started this recording. God, this is a really long recording. But anyway, Dungeon Defenders is a game that I have on Steam. Dungeon Defenders is really, really fun. It's a game where it's a tower defense game, but you also run around as a character and attack the monsters deliberately as yourself, as well as upgrading towers and stuff like that. Really good game. You guys should check it out. We're going to skip that question right there, LOL. Will you do another Let's Play of Faster Than Light? I will continue our Let's Play of Faster Than Light when I feel like playing it more. We have 2 more ships that I haven't played with yet. The Zoltan Cruiser, which is the green ship with the shield. And I also unlocked some sort of cruiser that I can't remember what it's called. But it's like a longer ship. It's black. I think maybe it's the Federation Cruiser? Maybe? I don't know. I can't remember. But there are 2 more ships that we need to play. So we'll look into that. Megneous, you are awesome by Muaz Piat. Yes, thank you. You are more awesome. I really love so many people feel like telling me good things as opposed to like trolling in the comments and things like that. But I don't know, eventually it gets sort of like embarrassing and awkward to have so many people tell you that you're awesome. I don't think I'm awesome. I think that I'm just a guy who likes to read and study, and then because I'm too nerdy to go outside and like interact with real people in real life, I like play video games and record myself playing video games in my apartment all day. It's actually sort of pathetic if you think about it. Sort of a similar problem to Kurt J. Mac, except that I think I'm slightly more outgoing than Kurt J. Mac. Kurt J. Mac doesn't do video recordings very often, but a very similar problem. We don't really like people. We like talking to people online, but meeting people in real life is sort of difficult. Will you do a Minecraft Let's Play with your subs? Currently no plans, but if you want to meet me, go over to Super Roboplay and go on their server. I occasionally show up there, so go to Super Roboplay, subscribe to them because Alex and Jason are cool guys, and of course, go to their Minecraft server. Will you do Team Fortress 2 Let's Plays? Benjamin Sam asks this. No, probably not. I'm very, very bad at Team Fortress 2. Very, very, very bad. Like, ridiculously bad. So, probably not. Gamble Ryan 2012 asks, what kind of ham do you prefer? Ham is delicious, like all ham. But if I had to choose a certain kind of ham, I would say honey ham. I think that honey coming from bees, arthropods, insects, and like mixing it with the flesh of a pig just sounds really strange, but honey and ham go together so well. Oh, it's so good. So basically any kind of smoked honey ham. Oh. You can't find American style meat very easily here in Korea, so whenever I think about American food, I get really, really nostalgic, and I want to fly back to the United States. Specifically, I've been thinking recently about an Arby's cheddar cheese melt with curly fries sifted into the sandwich with like a layer of Arby's sauce, and then Arby's cheese melts, roast beef, and then melted cheese, and then curly fries, and then Arby's sauce, and then roast beef, and then cheese, and just like do it like this and then crush it so that I can eat it. That's how I used to eat Arby's cheese melts when I lived in the US. Go to Arby's, it's delicious. Don't eat too many though, it's pretty unhealthy. Go to the gym. What is the next question? What is your favorite food by Connor Meeser? My favorite food at the moment would probably be jangjorim. Jangjorim is a Korean meat that it's boneless pork, I think. Maybe boneless pork. Maybe. And when you pull on the meat, it like falls apart into strings. And it's cooked and marinated and soaked, in fact, in a sauce that's made from soy sauce and some special kinds of oil and maybe some sugar. And usually when you get jangjorim, there's also mechuryal, which is like quail eggs. I'm pretty sure. I think they're quail eggs. So like quail eggs also are boiled in the jangjorim sauce with the meat. And they peel them after they're boiled, and then they put them peeled, of course, not with the shell, in with the jangjorim. And jangjorim is so delicious. It's like meat of the heavens. But if I had the choice between jangjorim and an Arby's cheddar cheese melt right now, I would go with the cheddar cheese melt because, oh, cheddar cheese melt. Oh, so good. Oh.